Hey guys, my name is Toby, 26 years old from Germany, and this is my grandpa when he was about 5 years old. It's crazy if you think about it. In his relatively short lifespan of 85 years, he has seen an increase in our world's population from 2 billion people to 7 billion people, and we're supposed to hit 9 billion by 2050. Naturally, with an increase in our world's population, we also see an increase in the amount of resources we consume. Well, unfortunately, we already passed the point at which we consume an amount of resources that we can restore sustainably. Now, this leads to a number of consequences like a shortage in food or water. My full attention is focused on a two-sided problem. With a growing number of people and a growing number of machines, we also need more power to keep things running. So where do we get this power from? Well, today we rely on resources which are, first of all, limited and thus doomed to continuous price increases and also harm our ecosystem. If you think about it, 90% of our primary energy comes from resources like coal, oil, and gas. Now, I'm not talking about anything new here. We hear about this on the media every day, and people want to change something, but unfortunately, they don't have the right devices to do so yet. And I don't want to longer accept the status quo. I want to change something about this. So, first question, how do we solve this problem? Well, that sounds pretty simple. On one side, we need to decrease our energy consumption, and on the other side, we need to increase our clean energy generation. My approach is pretty similar to an already successful project, the open source ecology, with a few very important differences due to the nature of the problem. My vision is to give people the necessary gadgets to first decrease the energy consumption to 1 kilowatts an hour on average. Just by comparison, an average American household uses 3 kilowatts an hour. An average German household uses 1 kilowatt an hour. 2 kilowatts, I'm sorry. So my goal is to reduce our energy consumption by 50 to 70%. And yes, it is possible. Heck, it's easy if we just have the right devices. So once we have decreased this amount of energy, we can now use devices to generate our own local and clean energy that don't harm our ecosystem. Well, at this point, you might ask, what qualifies me to make these statements? I'm not a physicist, and I'm not an engineer. I study business, and I know what's going on, and I know what's out there, and I know what's needed. My dad's business is based in the energy sector, and I've been helping him out since I was 16. What we do is we use wireless sensor technology to measure a building's energy consumption and then advise people on what they can change to improve their energy efficiency. And we face these questions every day. What can we do in our households to reduce our energy consumption? Well, unfortunately, the existing solutions are way too expensive, need way too much knowledge, and are way too complicated to use. Now, I actually believe that my approach can only be successful with my background in business and the energy sector. I do not intend to create a completely non-profit platform. I intend to create a for-profit social enterprise. And I believe in this approach because we're dealing with a complete different set of people. Who are the big energy consumers? Who are the big emitters of greenhouse gases? It's us. It's the industrial world. It's me and my friends with our Macs and smartphones and air conditioners outside. So we need to change something about us. Well, as much as I love Al Gore for the work he has done, we need to face a sad truth. People do care more about their smartphones than a drowning ice bear at the North Pole. So, yes, we can complain about it. Or we use this knowledge to actually do some good. What people do like and do care about are the gadgets. So we give them gadgets that are fun to use and have the side effect of solving our energy problem. Imagine you leave your house, use a smartphone, click a button, and your heat in your house turns down by 3 degrees Celsius. That's 18% of your energy consumption, 18% of your energy bill. Or you want your washing machine to turn off after it's done. Just tap a button and it's done. This is how we can solve the problem, by involving the people who actually emit the greenhouse gases and are the big consumers. Now, what is social about my social enterprise? Well, 50% of the profit is going into the business to create new jobs. The other 50% are going straight to non-profit organizations and also our own non-profit organizations to teach people how they can build their own completely open source gadgets to reduce their energy and their energy consumption bills. And on top of this, we're also incorporating open source technology, which people can learn from and actually make it better. So I already have great support from engineers from Stanford University, but now I need your support to make this happen. Thank you for your consideration.